Malcolm D. Alexander here. I hope you guys are having a great Father's Day. I hope you like my shirt. Dad, one of the toughest jobs that you'll ever love. Guys, I'm going to tell you something. It is a tough job. job. And it job in many different capacities. Father's Day, trying to get my walk on a little bit. My hip was hurting a little bit from an accident I had last year, but try to just keep it balanced, keep it moving. Oh, come on now, don't start messing up on there. What's that? So Facebook messing up. Well, what's going on, y'all? It's Dr. Malcolm D. Alexander here from DadsDeserveJustice, and also from Winners All Around, Promote Wealthy. You know what it is we do. I'm hoping I'm going to get this connection back. Let me see. Go back over here in this little bit of area. Yeah, okay, there. I got the connection back. I lost you for a minute, Facebook. So I'm trying to, again, happy Father's Day from Dads Deserve Justice, ultimately, of course, myself, Dr. Malcolm D. Alexander. On behalf of my children, Malcolm, Mason, and Miles, hope you've seen the posting and things of that nature. It took me a while to get that stuff together, but I just wanted to come on here, guys. I know it's also from Winners All Around. I know it's been a minute, y'all, since I've done the show. We do it usually on Fridays. Dads Deserve Justice show with different topics. We did a topic on Mother's Day. And we got a topic going on today. It's Father's Day, and I didn't want to mess up the Father's Day by giving any, negative connotation, anything like that. But it's not negative. It's really serious when it comes to what's going on out here in society and the public and stuff like that, guys. And so I thought, what better than to try to get my walk on, get my groove on a little bit, keep myself together here, but come out here and share on a Father's Day and just say hello and give some insight, because I've been experienced in a lot of different things in my life and going through a bunch of different stuff, as we all do, especially with the economy the way it is, with things happening in the world. You have personal stuff, you have business stuff. If you're an entrepreneur, you're a business, Winners All Around is all about helping business owners, and especially those artists in the music entertainment industry. And so I wanted to come on today, that is Father's Day, and not put a damper on anything, but to just speak about the fact that, today is one of those days. I had a conversation with somebody yesterday, and just about the world and culture and how people look at things. And I realized something about Father's Day. A lot of times you have a Valentine's Day, right? And a lot of times dads don't necessarily get the same push on Valentine's Day as moms will get, or females will get, not just dads, but just men in general, right? But we split that day. And so we really look at it and think, okay, well, it's sort of put together for generally more so for the romantic, for the women. Okay, get it. You look at Christmas. Well, you share Christmas as well, right? You look at your birthday. Now, your birthday is just your day, right? So a lot of times, you have loved ones around you and people that care about you. They come to you with a little bit extra because that's your day. There's nobody else having that day now, unless you got two people in the same family have the same day and stuff like that. My kids, my stepson, his birthday is April the 10th, and my son, my firstborn, Malcolm, his birthday, he was supposed to be conceived. He was expected to come. The due date was April the 2nd. Right. And so had he come on the due date, then we would have had two kids that were on the same day. Right. That doesn't happen that often, but it does happen. Right. But we don't want that to happen. So we had him come on April 2nd. So his birthday is April 2nd. My stepson's birthday, April the 10th. Right. And so that can happen. But the bottom line, what I'm trying to say is, yes, your birthday is a little special because it's your birthday. Right. But then let's look at Father's Day. Right. And Mother's Day. Now, it's not necessarily the women's fault, it's the culture's fault, it's society's fault, whole lot of different scenarios to it. But the bottom line is, why is it different? Because Father's Day has its own specific day, right? Mother's Day has their own specific day. So it should be 100% their day, right? Now, we already know that dads don't get the same thing. When I was married, I got like tongs to go out and grill, right? One time I got a customized apron, right? Now, I appreciate all that. But see, the thought, and I thought about this yesterday, I was talking to a friend of mine, that the thought process that goes into Father's Day is not the same thought process that goes into Mother's Day, right? So why is that? I don't know. It's culture. It's what we're taught. A lot of different components. I'm losing the connection there on Facebook. I'm sorry, guys. Facebook, you don't have to catch this thing on the YouTube. Go to Winners All Around at the YouTube, on YouTube. You can also go to WAA Networks on YouTube, and you can see it, right? So I did have a little connection when I was over there, but I don't know. Oh, whew, my back hurting a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to go sit down in a moment. But here's the thing, guys. No, Facebook, you're back. Okay, so Facebook, just so you know, you can go to WAA Networks, WAAnetworks.com. That'll take you to the YouTube channel. You can also go to YouTube and just put in Winners All Around. So if I lose your connection, you don't get all this, pick it up on the YouTube channel. Okay, got it? Okay, so look, guys. So Father's Day has its own separate day. Mother's Day have its own separate day. But the thought process and what's put into the two different holidays are nowhere near the same, right? You think about Mother's Day, right? You think about Mother's Day and you go into this whole thing, fathers, dads, men, boys, right? We got to get that thing together. We got to make sure we reach out to mom. We got to reach out to the to the aunt. We got to reach out to the girlfriend. We got to reach out to, the sister. We got to reach out to all these different people on Mother's Day. Don't miss it. Don't mess it up. Don't forget it. Don't forget the text. Don't forget the message. Don't forget to pick up the phone, make that phone call, right? Don't forget any of that stuff when it comes to Mother's Day. But Father's Day, dad might get a text, right? When he gets a gift, he might get some tongs for the grill, right? He might get some tennis shoes or something that he's been asking for a while, stuff like that, right? But the extras, the going above and beyond, the extra thought process, all those things aren't, and I'm not saying all the time, but generally, a lot of the time, the same type of thought process just doesn't go into Father's Day. And we should change that. We should fix that, right? We should fix that, guys, because the same thought process, it goes into Mother's Day. Why shouldn't it go into Father's Day? But that's going to take everybody stepping outside maybe their comfort zone, stepping outside of where they've been, because society and culture contribute, right? You walk into a grocery store and there's a women's section and there's a men's section. The men's section is small, women's section big. You go into a clothing store, a department store, right? The women might have a whole floor. The men might have a quarter, right? And so I want to apologize. I haven't been on in the past due to some of my things and also having to do sort of with indirectly Father's Day, or indirectly what we're talking about today is that I have challenges and personal things out there that I have to careful over because people try to twist and change the narrative of things. When it comes to dads, a lot of times brought up in the post, if you read the writing, you'll see when it comes up to dads, a lot of times when it comes to separations between partners, spouses, boyfriend and girlfriend, all those things that have children involved, it becomes an absolute mess. And it doesn't work out very well often for the fathers, right? Because once again, we as people are contributing to the mess. Then you have the lawyers, the judges, the state, all that stuff type of things, because there's money involved, right? By going after the dads, by going through that thing, it increases the money that's going into our economy. But we need to take advantage. We need to do something about that. Not just the fathers. Like, this doesn't affect just dads. It affects everybody, y'all. Because the daughters that don't have the fathers, the boys that don't have the fathers, because of parent alienation, because of narcissist mothers, because of the greed of the lawyers, the greed of the system, the judges, all of those things contribute. It don't affect just that one dude, that dad. It affects the families. It affects our culture. It affects everything, guys. That's not good. And so you can't look at it like, oh, that's just them. Oh, they just got that. It didn't affect me. I probably looked at it to some degree. Before I went through a contentious divorce, I was like, okay, let me march. Let me do a few things here and there. But gosh, I thought about it. It affects the aunts, the uncles, the grandparents, all of those scenarios. All of those people get affected because we contribute to a negative and a society that hurts fathers. And so what better way to talk about that on Father's Day? On Mother's Day, we went, go to the show, go back to YouTube, go to Winners All Around, look at the Mother's Day show. We did a Mother's Day show, and we talked about some of those things. But we're talking about it on Father's Day, and it's a great day. It's a positive day. It's a day we should get to enjoy. But there are too many fathers. There's too many dads that are not enjoying their time, their day with their children because of a negative, a narcissist, a spiteful, an angry, a hurt. Sometimes it has to do with mental health. Everybody needs to step in and make it better, right? Because there's a whole lot of scenarios. Dads could go to jail for things they didn't even do. But when it becomes a parent, or even if it's not a parent, I mean, I saw a post, why should a dad, and it's true, why should a dad have to fight to be a father, right? I saw another post that made me think about it. A mother can abort the child. Now, some states you might have an issue, right? But for the most part, a mother can decide and abort the child, right? But a father can't decide to abort the child. And a father can't even decide that he doesn't want the child, and then he's going to be held accountable for the rest of his life. That's not quite fair. But wait a minute. I don't think you should abort any child, right? I think you should try to work it through, try to make it happen. But things do happen, and sometimes we have to make choices, and sometimes you're younger, you don't know what to do. But the bottom line is, it should be equal across the board. And I think that's a lot of what people are fighting for, and a lot of what people are asking people to understand is, when you look at males and females, if you want it equal, you can't pick and choose what's going to be equal, that's what's going to be not. When it's convenient, you want it to be equal. When it's not convenient, you don't want it to be equal. And that's not fair, right? And with the situation between parents and kids, it affects our future generations to come. I remember there was a situation in my family where my father-in-law, right? My father-in-law quit a business and hurt our family, right? And then blamed it on my ex-wife's stepmother, right? But the bottom line is, regardless of who made the decision, you took money out of our family. You took money and gave it to other people that had nothing to do with us. And my ex-wife was pissed for many, 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 many years, and rightfully so. Now, I'm a type of person, I'm forgiving and okay, but it's grandpa and all this. And I tried to make those amends and work through that. But it doesn't change the fact that it wasn't right. It doesn't change the fact that had it not, the sad part is, had we not got divorced, she may still be upset and mad, right? But that's a different story, right? But the bottom line is, it wasn't right. It wasn't fair, right? Those are the things that happen that down the road generations, people are like, why does those parts of the family don't get along? Because of something that was done, a decision that was done that wasn't reversed, right? It wasn't a good decision. And often in a separation between parents and between husband and wife, or girlfriend and boyfriend, when there's a child involved, the decisions that are made are not the right decisions. And they're definitely not the right decisions for the children, right? And then they call fathers deadbeats. They call them, they don't pay child support. That's all. You should look into that, because it's not quite that clear cut, right? I realized a long time ago, I saw a post one time, and I'll never forget that post. It said, they're not deadbeat dads, they're dead broke. And I realized, oh my God, that's so true, right? People say the most ridiculous thing of just take them back to court, like it's free, like there's no cost involved. But I realized what that post meant, and I saw so many fathers do it. It was much easier financially, mentally, spiritually, physically. Just go start another family, right? They don't want to, but depending on the strength of the human, the strength of the man, the strength of the young man, the boy, whatever he is, that may happen because they can't deal with it, the stress and everything else, and the things that's projected upon them, and their character assassination and parent alienation and all the psychologist things and things that go through their heart, their spirit, and their soul, right? Just forget it and go start another family. I'm not saying do that. I would never do that. But it's hard. It's not easy. And so on this Father's Day, guys, I would ask that you check out DadsDeserveJustice.org. Now it's just getting underway. It's been put together for a while. We had to put it on a hold for a while because of, that's another story. It'll come out soon enough, right? But I'll just say, because the biases of the system and the judges and the lawyers and the people that perpetuate that. You know, our congressman, I saw something the other day with this guy, I think he was a congressman or a senator, and he went through the same drama, and he was crying. He's like, why should someone have to spend almost $800,000, 42 false accusations by CPS, right? I think it was 12 years of fighting. Why should one person, man or female, have to do that when they're the dad? Just to see the child. And how can a lawyer in good conscience protect that and fight that and make it happen that way? How can a judge sit on a stand and allow those things to happen? What do you have? No common sense, no sense of decency? And that was a senator. How many people got $700,000? And he still didn't get the outcome that would have been right, that would have been fair. Still didn't get it, right? That doesn't make any sense. But that system is not logically to make sense. It's a money to make sense to the powers that be that want the money. That I found that the family court doesn't even report necessarily to the Constitution. We already know that it's a state-driven thing, and there's not even a federal law that controls and bases the child support system and the family law system. That's ridiculous. What? So some human beings woke up on the side of the wrong side of bed, put out some statements, some guidelines, and then they're gonna demand people follow it and put you in jail if you don't, and it's not even a federal mandate? That's another thing in our society. That's probably a reason I had a conversation with senators and stuff last week about maybe this is why so many people fought and elected Donald Trump into office. Because our system is broken. And the way that it's been going about, you know, maybe we just need a drastic change and an overhaul. Even if somebody you think you don't agree with or something like that. Maybe something, because I learned a long time, if something's not working, right? If it's broken, it's not working. You can't keep doing the same thing. That's the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing and expecting a different result. So maybe the world step up and say, we need to change. And man, there's some changes that's happening. And you may not agree with them, or you may agree with them, but you don't like how it's happening. Well, nobody likes change. Right? No. Right? So, guys, but when it comes to dads and our system, we got to change some stuff. We got to fix some stuff. Because women, ladies, it's not just the men. It's not the men you're angry with. It's not the men that may feel like they hurt you. Right? And why did they hurt you? Or did they really intend to hurt you? Or what was the bigger picture? Sometimes we got to look at that. You know, people go through therapy and they can figure out a lot of that stuff. But the sad to go after that man and you use the children as pawns, that's not a good thing. But the other part of it is, guys, the other part of it is that when the child, your daughter or son, then has a child and goes through it, they will have learned the principles and the characteristics and how you were. They may not treat the woman right. They might not treat the wife or the girlfriend right. They may treat them great. But the woman or girlfriend, wife may have had a situation with their parents, their father, their mother, whatever. And so they come into their relationship with your child and blow that out the water. And then all of a sudden, your grandson or your granddaughter, you don't see him. And you're like, this isn't fair. You're in court and you're fighting, you're going through all this, but you help perpetuate it, because when you were a child and then you laid down and had a child, you brought that thought process into the system. And now it affects you. Right? That's not, you're feeling like somebody's coming after you, but you help do that. Men, same. You can't contribute to a problem, right? And then be mad when it reverses and comes against you. We all have to get better, right? So it doesn't start and end with the father that you're spiteful at, you're going after. It affects the children, the father, the entire family, the grandparents, the uncles, the godparents, all of those get affected. So I wasn't trying to dampen your Father's Day. I hope you have a great and fantastic day. I'm making the best that I can. This is the extent of my Father's Day. I made me a Father's Day dinner last night. Some of y'all might have saw it. I got my Father's Day shirt on. You know, I have to keep myself going every year. I get me some type of thing from my kids to me, right? Dad's the toughest job that you'll ever love. Now, that doesn't mean you love all the parts of it. Just like in a relationship, you might have issues and problems and make mistakes. You got to have forgiveness. You might not love for a moment, then you fall in and out of love, whatever. But the toughest job is to keep the relationship going and to forgive and to keep the bigger picture in mind, right? That's the tough job, right? An overall job thing that you loved. Same thing here, right? If you're a parent, you're a mother, a father, you're going to go through things, and it's not always going to be something you enjoy and something you like, but because you love the bigger picture, you love the results. Fathers don't love the fact of fighting and going to jail and going through ups and downs and spending money they don't have on attorneys when the money should be going to the bloody children, right? They don't like that. That's not the part they're in love with. They're in love with the fact that if they're able to prevail at some point in time in their life, that the love their child will share with them that they didn't give up and quit makes it worth it. Don't make it that you loved it, but at least you fought. The idea of seeing your children and having them call you dad again or running in your arms again, that those things are the parts that you love. We go to work every single day. You don't love it, a lot of you, but you love the paycheck that allows you to pay the rent, that allows you to fix the car. That's the part you love. So don't make it tomato. Don't hone in on it don't get too logical on me. But understand that there are parts of it, things you're not going to love, but you may love the bigger picture. You may love where you're trying to go. And so, guys, enjoy your family, enjoy your kids. Please do me a favor, like and share this. Please go to Winners All Around on YouTube. Go to winnersallaround.com. Register if you're a business owner, you're an artist, you're just somebody who's looking to be healthy, right? Somebody's looking to be wealthy. Somebody's looking for a change. You'll find a whole lot of things on there. So go to winnersallaround.com. Register. You can go to the beginner thing. Just register on there, right? Don't forget to go to YouTube. Winners All Around on YouTube. You can also find it by WAAnetworks.com. If you're in the Maryland, D.C. area, guys, we are looking for some models, some hosts for some things we have coming up. If you're interested in doing podcasts and streaming and stuff like that, we need you. If you are someone who is an artist or a performer or a business owner, we need you in that capacity because we have a lot going on with that. We have a new thing coming out on national television that will allow you as an artist, if you're in the DMV area, to get promotions, to get people to know about you and stuff like that. Winners All Around has something to help you in that as well, to actually get out there and try to get coached and mentored to make some money in your passion so you can grow into and do the things that's necessary for you to win in life at the level you want to go to as a business owner or as an artist. Don't forget to check out our Dads Deserve Justice show on Winners All Around on YouTube on Fridays. This will be posted up as well, so please like, share, and repost this. Also, Tuesday takeovers with Haskell. We got a new show that's getting ready to pop off with Haskell and Glow, and that's going to be Up in Smoke. Of course, you can still join Tagged, and you can catch up with The Real Tress, THA Real Tress, Miss Rowe, on there on Thursday nights for Freestyle Friday, but starting on Thursdays, and they're on there a lot more, I hear, throughout the weeks and different things going on. So you may catch them, but you're going to have to go through Tag that way. But you can find our channel, Winners All Around, on YouTube, and we're getting everything posted and doing the best we can to get things up on there as well. So don't forget to check out the site, and don't forget to check out Dads Deserve Justice, of course. Check out that website, guys. It'll be revamped pretty soon. It's pretty much revamped right now, but we got some things we have to do. But you can get some adjust of it, watch a little bit there. Contact us, because one of our goals is we have to help people financially, just like they come after fathers financially and moms and that are through the system, different things, and the system just trying to get paid. It's time for you to get paid. And so to help people, we got to get paid. We got to do some things. So we're looking to raise money and help people with that as well. Our goal is 100,000 people to spend $1. every single week. That's not a lot. It won't kill people, but we got to be able to write checks to go after attorneys and go after lawyers and go after, I mean, the same thing. Go after judges. My brain gets a little mixed up sometimes. But go after judges. Go after alienating parents. We have to be able to do that. We have to be able to look into suing some people in civil court. And I saw something where someone was filed something. Oh yeah. Cardi B's new guy from the football player, like going after people who you, right, who try to extort you, right, because the government is extorting fathers, right. Negative mothers extort fathers, right. That's not nothing new. So we should be able to go after them, right, and hold them accountable, right, when they do negative things like that, whoever it may be, male or female, right? And so with that being said, guys, I appreciate you guys, but fathers need the help. So with that being said, my name is Dr. Malcolm D. Alexander. Please catch up and go to YouTube and watch the show, watch the different shows that we've done. Sorry, it's been a minute we've been on here, but different stuff going on. And again, happy Father's Day to all the fathers, grandfathers, uncles, all the stepfathers, fill-in fathers, alienated fathers, everybody out there. So with that being said, guys, God bless. I'll see you very, very soon. Don't forget, you can catch up with everything at the YouTube channel, waanetworks.com, or Winners All Around on YouTube. God bless. If you're a business owner or artist, catch up with us, and we'll see you very, very soon. Bye-bye.